What if pleasure didn't need your hands at all? No touching, no toys, just your body, a bit of pressure, and the right movement. Sounds a little unexpected, right? But a lot of people with vulvas have actually experienced this, sometimes without even knowing there's a name for it. And yes, some people may find it unusual at first, but it's completely normal. Hi mga lovies, it's me Anne, your TikTok girly, and today we're talking about something super interesting and honestly kind of underrated. This is Syntribation 101. If you've ever been curious about what it is, how it works, and why people do it, keep watching because we're breaking it all down. Let's begin. What is Syntribation? Let's break it down in a simple way. Syntribation is a form of self-pleasure where stimulation happens by pressing or squeezing your thighs together. You might also hear it called thigh squeezing or even chairgasm, since some people experience it while sitting down. It's commonly talked about among people with vulvas, but it's not limited to them. Some people with penises also experience pleasure with this technique. Instead of using your hands, Syntribation relies on first, pressure. Second is muscle tension. Third is subtle movements like clenching or shifting. That pressure creates indirect stimulation around sensitive areas like clitoris or the head of the penis. Even without direct contact, those areas are highly sensitive. In fact, according to research led by Oregon Health and Science University and presented at the joint meeting of the Sexual Medicine Society of North America and the International Society of Sexual Medicine, the clitoris contains over 10,000 nerve fibers, which help explain to high sensitivity to pleasurable sensation. Some people also describe a kind of internal sensations, especially from the way the muscles engage and create movement from the pelvic area. Another reason people like this method is because it's very discreet. From the outside, it can look like you're sitting or crossing your legs, which makes it look key compared to other methods. And fun fact, the term Syntribation has actually been around for a while, with mentions online dating back to the early 2000s. At the end of the day, it's another way people explore pleasure using their own body, and like everything else, the experience can be different for everyone. How to do Syntribation. So how do you actually try Syntribation? Here are the simple ways to explore it. First, find a position where you feel relaxed. You can either sit down or lie on your back, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Next, bring your legs together. You can cross them or just press them closely against each other. From there, gently start applying pressure by squeezing your thighs. You might already start to feel some sensations around your clitoral area or pelvic region. You can play around with the pressure and movement. Some people stay still and focus on squeezing, while others add small shifts or grinding motions to build more sensations. And if you want to enhance the feeling, you can place something soft or flat between your thighs, like your hand or a compact vibrator, to add more pressure in that area. Keep going at your own pace and follow what feels good for your body. For some, the buildup can feel slower and more subtle compared to other methods, and it's completely normal. You can also choose what you're comfortable wearing. Some people prefer doing this with clothes on since the fabric can add a bit of friction, while others prefer less layers for more direct sensations. As for where you do it, always make sure you're in a space where you feel safe and at ease. At the end of the day, there's no strict rule here. It's all about exploring what works best for you and listening to your body. How to Syntribate with a partner. You might be thinking, wait, isn't this something you only do solo? Well, not necessarily. With good communication and a bit of creativity, Syntribation can also be part of partnered play. If you're having penetrative sex, you can explore positions where your thighs can still stay close together or apply pressure. Some positions naturally make this easier, like first, spooning, second, sitting on your partner, and lastly, any positions where your legs are already close or slightly pressed together. From there, it's all about subtle adjustments. You can gently squeeze your thighs or shift your body in a way that still creates the same pressure you'd get when doing it solo. It might take a bit of experimenting to find what works best for both of you, but that's part of the fun. Another option is mutual masturbation. This is a more relaxed way to explore it together. You can focus on your own rhythm and technique while your partner does theirs, all while sharing the moments. It can feel more intimate since you're own tuned into your own bodies, but still connected with each other. At the end of the day, the key here is communication. Talk about what feels good, what you're curious to try, and move at the pace what feels comfortable for the both of you. How to syntribate with sex toys. Yes, you can definitely level things up by adding toys into the mix. Since syntribation is all about pressure and indirect stimulation, certain types of toys works better than the others. A good place to start would be first, mini vibrators. Second, egg vibrators. Third is anything with a small, flat, or rounded shape. You can simply turn that toy on, place it between your thighs, and let the vibrations add extra sensation while you squeeze and move as usual. It's a pretty easy way to intensify the experience without changing the technique too much. You can also try using Kegel balls. Aside from adding a different kind of sensation, they also engage your pelvic muscles, so it becomes a mix of pleasure and muscle work at the same time. Just make sure to use lubrication before inserting them, then continue with your usual rhythm. Now, not all toys are ideal for this method. Bulkier toys or anything too long might feel uncomfortable or get in the way of the pressure you're trying to create. Since syntribation focuses on indirect stimulation, simpler and more compact toys usually work better. If you're someone who enjoys exploring more sensations, you can also pair it with stimulation in other areas, like using small vibrators in your chest or other sensitive spots. At the end of the day, it's all about experimenting and finding what combination feels best for your own body. Why people do it. There are few reasons why people enjoy syntribation. For one, it's very discreet. Since there's no hand movement, it can feel more low-key and private. Some people also like it because it feels different from direct stimulation. It can be slower, more controlled, and sometimes even more intense depending on the pressure. For others, it's something they discovered naturally without trying to. It's just felt good and they stuck with it. And honestly, that's the main point. If it feels good and it's safe, it's valid. Is it normal and safe? Short answer, yes. Syntribation is completely normal. It's just another way your body can experience pleasure. There's nothing harmful about it as long as you're not putting too much strain on your muscles or causing discomfort. The only thing to watch out is relying to just one method all the time. If they get to use to one specific kind of pressure, it can be harder to respond to other types of stimulation. So it's still a good idea to explore and stay in tune with your own body. How does this connect to sexual wellness? Here at Lauvette, we always talk about sexual wellness as more than just sex. It's about understanding your own body, knowing what feels good, and feeling comfortable exploring that without shame. Syntribation is a great example of that. It shows that pleasure doesn't have to look a certain way. There's no single correct method. What matters is you feel safe, informed, and in control of your own body. At the end of the day, syntribation is one of the many ways people experience pleasure. It might not be talked about as much, but that doesn't make it any less valid. So whether this is something new to you or something you've already experienced, the most important thing is understanding your own body and what works for you. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you heard of syntribation before? Or did you just learn something new today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Keep it respectful and open. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content like this. Take care and I'll see you in the next one. Love, love mga lovies. Bye!